Hello everybody, my name is Petite and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Is everyone doing great? I hope yes, and if you will ask me guys, yes, I am doing fine too. Thank you so much. But before we start the vlog, I just have something to ask to you guys, and that is to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new videos. It will mean a lot to me and you will help my channel to grow. And by the way, I also have a good news for you guys because yesterday, November 8th, I read on the news that the Bureau of Immigration announces that soon the Philippine border will open our country for international tourists. So we will pray and we will hope that your country is included in the list. I mean, I know that there are lots of people are waiting for the Philippines to open its border, especially for people that has a family here, relatives, or girlfriend or fiance, and some of you are the one who's talking to a Filipina online. So we will pray and we will hope that your country is included, okay? And for today's topic, we are going to talk about the things you might find unusual when you visit the Philippines for the first time. So I made this video because I know a lot of you guys are first timer to come here in the Philippines and maybe visit your girlfriend or visit the Filipino woman you're talking online. So yes, without further ado, let's begin. The first thing that you might find unusual when you visit the Philippines, either province or Manila, is the crow of the roosters. So in the book, it says that the roosters will only crow during the morning. But what happened here in the Philippines, guys, is roosters crow throughout the day. So as you can hear, there are lots of rooster sound on my background. And expect that when you were sleeping, especially if you visit your Filipina in the province, then expect that the rooster's crow will disturb your sleep, okay? Number two is that as a foreigner, you need to ride the tricycle and the jeepney. So that is the national transportation here in the Philippines. You are lucky if your girlfriend has a car or something that you don't need to commute. And people here are commuters, so I will post a picture of the jeepney and then the tricycle so you will have an idea. If ever you're visiting the Philippines for the first time and you ride the jeepney or the tricycle, guys, you will need to pay the fare to the driver, and then if you give a large amount of money, don't forget your change, and also ask someone first if how much really the cost of the fare, okay? Because sometimes this driver might fool you with the right amount of fare, okay? But if ever you ride jeepney and tricycle and you're alone, 1 minute before you reach your destination, guys, you will tell to the driver that para po, para po. It means stop. And then don't forget your payment and don't forget your change, okay? I know it is shocking for you guys, but we cannot do anything about it. But anyway, I know you will enjoy riding this type of transportation. Let's move on to number 3, is that when you're eating in the restaurant with your Filipina girlfriend or with her family, then expect that the restaurant here is not the same in your country, that everyone would order their own meal and then you will eat what you've ordered. But here in the Philippines, most of the restaurant offers like sharing. Everyone can share and everyone can taste whatever food you guys ordered. Unless you are in a fine dine restaurant, then you will order different kind of food and everyone could share, okay? So it's kind of good, guys, because you can taste everything what you've ordered. And then number 4 is that most of the time you will buy everything you need in the local market. If you're meeting a Filipino from the province, expect that the things you will need, you will buy it in the local market. So people would buy at the local market instead of this big supermarket, because in the local market, guys, you can buy fresh fish, fresh seafood, and then fresh butcher meat, and also a lot of people that are selling vegetables and fruits at the local market is organic, okay? Number 5 is waiting for long lines. So unlike in other country, we can punch the stuff that we bought at the supermarket, but here in the Philippines, guys, if you go to the supermarket, then if there is long lines, you don't have choice but to wait because of the manpower And yes, we don't have these machines that we can just punch everything we bought and then we would pay with our card. So it's still not common here in the Philippines. Yes, if you go to the big supermarket like SM, then you will see the long lines here. Actually, not only in supermarkets or in big hypermarkets, but also when you order at the restaurant or you're ordering food at the fast food, then you will also wait for the long lines, especially if you want to eat in Jollibee. Then everyone is waiting on the long lines, and including you will need to wait for long lines, guys, because first come first serve. As well as if you want to order money in the ATM machine, then you will need to wait for long lines. So everything here, you need to wait for long lines, okay? You can bring some cash when you come here, then it's better, guys. So you will not wait for long lines at the ATM machines. Next thing is using of the cash. So some of the store here are accepting cards, but you know, we are only developing country, guys, and that is why most people here are still using cash more than cards. A majority of the people here doesn't have bank accounts. That's why cash is the things that people using when you want to buy goods. You want to bring card, you can just use it in a big hypermarket or mall, but not when you want to buy at the local market or any other small stores, okay? If you have coins, then keep it because you will need it if you want to ride in a tricycle or in a jeepney. And then if you want to buy like a bottle of water, you know, little snack, then accept the change from where you buy and keep it on your bags because you will need it a lot here in the Philippines. Another thing is like buying goods from the Sari-sari store. So I will post a picture here about the Sari-sari store so you will have an idea. This is a kind of store that most villagers has. So it's a small store that maybe you cannot find in your country. I'm not sure if you have the Sari-sari store, but here it is. I will post the picture here. It's a small store that you can buy like small quantities like oil or soy sauce, eggs, and then soap. So yes, it's common for Filipinos to have a sari-sari store, and I know you will be amazed to see a sari-sari store, guys, if you haven't seen one. And also, before I forgot, one more thing is that the difference here in the Philippines than in your country is you will eat the meals with rice. So for you there will be like steak with vegetable and then mashed potato, but here in the Philippines every meal would have rice. Whether you go to the restaurant or you will stay at the house of your Filipina, then expect that every meal you will have rice on the table. So if you don't want to eat rice, you can just eat the stew, or you can ask your girlfriend to buy something for you, because I'm sure there will be lots of big hypermarkets and big supermarkets or restaurant even here in the province. But it's not easy, guys, like to find steak here. So for example, here in my place, if you want to eat a steak, then you would need to go to the mall, which is like an hour and a half because we are very far from the city. So let's say it's an hour to an hour and a half ride of jeepney. If you're traveling alone, do not trust anyone. And yes, I know all of you knows about this, but just a quick reminder, we'll have to add that giving a small tip for Filipinos will make them very happy, like $1, guys, or even 50 cents. Then it will make the Filipino very happy. You will see it in their face. But if you're traveling alone, then just a quick reminder that do not trust anyone, and also do not leave your things unattended, because we don't know, there are lots of thieves, especially in Manila, guys. So we leave your belongings anywhere because we cannot trust everyone here in the Philippines, okay? I know everyone knows about it, but I just want to remind you guys. So anyway, people, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next videos. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Bye bye, guys.